Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing Quarantine Training. Today's workout, we're going to focus on control and precision kicking, which can be more difficult than those traditional power round kicks that we're used to. So this workout, we're going to have 5 rounds to work this concept. It's all about precision, control, and just placing the kicks where you want that with the part of the foot that you want to hit with. Throwing kicks with precision and control can be more difficult than you think. When you throw your power round kick, you throw everything behind it, from your weight, the momentum, the power. You don't have to stop it. But when you throw a precision kick, you still want to get that impact, but at the same time, just stop, control the kick. And that requires a lot of strength and control in your hip. So that's why it tends to be harder. When you're kicking through and your foot just wants to fall down, right? You need to stop it and bring it back to the place you threw it from, okay? So this is why those who come from traditional martial arts backgrounds are used to kicking and returning back to their stance. It's a habit that we were engraved really young in our martial arts career. In order to do this drill back home, you don't need much. I'm lucky enough to have a pole and some tie pads that I could tape it to, but you can use absolutely anything. I've seen people use pillows. I've seen people use their gear they're not using. Tape your glove to a piece of string. It's a target. Remember, it's about precision and control. You're not blasting through the technique. But the way I like to set it up is to have a head, an attack to the body, as well as 2 side targets for my round kicks and my turning kicks. So this way you can envision a full body and really place your techniques. Before we get into the workout, all of the rounds we need to have 3 things in particular. And the first is good distance control. I don't want us kicking and having bent techniques in our kicks. Okay, full extension, kick and return. Okay, nice and long. The second thing I'm looking for is good balance. The last thing I want to see is us to kick and fall down. Regardless if it's a round kick, I don't want us to fall down. That's where the precision and the control comes from in this drill. The last thing I'm looking for is the right part of my foot landing on the target, whether it's the ball of the foot, okay, or I'm mixing in my heel, or I'm hitting with my instep. I'm gonna decide where and when and how I'm going to place that kick. Round 1 is about the front kicks. The thing I'm looking for in this round is a nice chambered knee, as well as good extension and landing with the ball of the foot. In this round, we're gonna alternate rights and lefts, working on that control. You can see my hands are up, nice and high. If anything, I could even extend the hand where the leg is coming, because this way I can control punches that are coming at me as I front kick. So first round, 3 minutes, alternating front kicks. For those with better flexibility and more advanced, okay, you can mix this kick, boom, to the head. Okay, if you want to alternate, okay, mix it up. Boom, boom, boom. Round 2 is the side kick. For a good side kick, we need a nice chamber, we need extension, pivot in our plant foot, and landing with our heel. A lot of times when we throw the side kick, we have our toes pointing up. That means, 1, our hips are tight and we're not pivoting the plant foot the opposite direction in order to get that nice long full extension. All right, so knee up, chambered kick, and control. More advanced kickers could again mix to the head as well, and you have your lead side, okay, from a side stance, or you can switch stances and attack, okay, body, head. If you have more control in your hips, and you can mix it up a bit by keeping the one leg up, boom, boom, doubling it up, okay, even going head to body. Round 3 is about our round kick, our turning kick, which they call in Taekwondo. So this one here, we're used to following through. This is the one that we're used to getting all the power and being able to kick, whoosh, and power our way through. But the episode is about control and precision. Now, when you do the round kick, we're looking at, again, having more of a snap in the kick. And a good snap comes from, again, that chambered position I talk about. If I just come with a straight leg, it's harder for me to use my hip to control. That's why I need to be able to kick and return back to the chamber, which allows me to get back to my stance. All right, the big problem is when we get those big power kicks, it's hard to control that momentum to come back to your stance, which means when I power kick, if I come back, my defense becomes compromised and I won't be able to flow with good punches and good technique. So when landing the round kick, you can use one, your instep, okay? Boom, in return, or the ball of the foot. So you're gonna see me turn my foot so I can land with that ball of the foot. Okay, ball of the foot or instep. Okay, you can mix them up. Ball of the foot, we're not used to it as much because when we do our round pads, we point our toe. So practice the turning kick. This way you can place that ball of the foot right onto the target. And if you can land that, that's good precision every time. Same thing with our other ones. I can go from a southpaw as well to work the technique. Okay, nice and controlled. Or I can even use switch kicks to work the technique. Okay, you mix it up, but we're gonna keep the volume, mixing with our instep, and always returning back to our stance. Now that you have the basic strikes down, round 4 is about freestyling, adding personality to the round. So to do that, we can mix in some more bouncing into our step, mix in feinting, and play around with our different stances. Or now, for some of those more advanced followers, this is where we can mix in our spin attacks, okay? Using control to place the kicks. I also got hook kicks on that side as well. So mix it up, have some personality. And if you're a beginner, stick to the basics. As you get more advanced in your martial arts, this is where you can play with fancy kicks, okay, mixing things up, hook kicks, okay, spin kicks, just have fun and just get that energy going. But again, the round, precision and control when you do it. Round 5, we're gonna keep with that freestyle vibe. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna mix a little bit of hand motion in between, whether they're punches, whether I'm using feinting, okay? I'm gonna just keep my hands busy in the meantime, mixing it up. So from here, I continue to play with my different strikes and techniques. There you have it, 5 different rounds to work this concept, precision and control. As you noticed, it was a little bit more difficult than you probably expected, okay? Not everything you throw when it comes to your fighting has to have full power. You need to sometimes mix it up. Sometimes it's important to use your distance, snap and return fast as possible. And that a lot of times will get you those knockouts. There's other times, yes, you need to sit there, let all that power go, try to break anything in its way. All right, so you have to understand that there's different types of strikes for different purposes, depending the fight, depending the opponent. Sometimes you need those big power shots. Sometimes we need that control to maybe set up those power shots. So there's a lot more behind it. Change the power, change your intensity, change the distance, change the angle. And that's what makes martial arts artistry, that you're able to put these little subtleties together, and that's what gives you the beautiful knockouts that you look for.